Washington. For Republicans who have found themselves at odds with President Trump or his policies, there have generally been just two options: buckle, as former deficit hawks did on the recent tax bill, or give up entirely, as two senators did in deciding to retire. Then there's Cory Gardner. The junior senator from Colorado is not one of the loud and persistent GOP critics who have become fixtures on cable news. In fact, he and Trump align on most issues. But Gardner, who also heads the campaign operation charged with hanging onto the Republican Senate majority, is becoming known as someone who will do more than posture when he and the Trump administration disagree. The latest and most striking example came Thursday, when Gardner, who is 43, announced that he will stand in the way of every nomination that the Justice Department sends to the Senate. Late last year, he and Trump were in opposition over the Alabama Senate race. Cory didn't look for a fight in either case. It came to him and he responded vigorously. "And to me, that's the model," said Rep. Tom Cole, R. Oklahoma, who knows Gardner well. His latest move came in protest against Attorney General Jeff Sessions' new policy allowing federal prosecutors to crack down on the marijuana industry, a reversal of Obama administration policies, and a blow to states such as Colorado that have legalized cannabis despite federal law against it. This reported action directly contradicts what Attorney General Sessions told me prior to his confirmation. With no prior notice to Congress, the Justice Department has trampled on the will of the voters in Co. and other states, Gardner tweeted. His position is undoubtedly beneficial to his own political situation, given the popularity of legal marijuana in his home state, a battleground where he will be facing re-election in 2020. While Colorado defies any party label, it has a strong libertarian streak. In 2012, it became one of the first two states to legalize pot for recreational use. A year later, voters there recalled two state senators who had voted for stricter gun laws. Though he has a staunchly conservative voting record, Gardner, a former Senate staffer and state lawmaker, has proven skillful at navigating his state's tricky political terrain. His 2014 campaign ads touted him as a new kind of Republican. After Gardner's victory over incumbent Democrat Mark Udall, Bloomberg News dubbed him a purple superhero. Meanwhile, he maintains a demeanor so cheerful that Washington Post columnist George Will once described him as a human sunbeam. "He's a very substantive senator, but he's also a very politically savvy senator," said former Colorado GOP Chairman Dick Wadhams. Frankly, he will suffer some backlash from loyal Trump Republicans for doing this, but Cory looks at the bigger picture. Gardner also took the opposite side from Trump and the Republican National Committee in last month's contentious Senate election in Alabama, a contest that sharply divided Republicans. After GOP candidate Roy Moore was accused of making sexual advances toward underage teens, there was an initial rush by the party to distance itself from its own nominee. But when Trump endorsed Moore, the Republican National Committee resumed its financial aid to the candidate, something that Gardner, as chairman of the National Republican Senatorial Committee, refused to do.